Cadbury is an AI copilot that helps solutions consultants move 10 times faster with deploying tools like SAP, NetSuite, and Salesforce. Here's an example of it. I, as a consultant, first pick which tool I'm deploying. I'll choose NetSuite. And then I pick what sort of activity I need Cadbury's help with. And I'll choose data migrations. The first thing I'll do is I'll select where I'm migrating from, QuickBooks, where I'm migrating to, NetSuite, and then I'll give credentials to Cadbury. I'll first give my QuickBooks credentials. Cadbury will then spin up a virtual machine for us, log into QuickBooks, explain what's going on in that instance, give us a preview of the different data that's in it, and then offer to do the same thing with NetSuite. When this is complete, we are hooked into both of those systems. We have root access, and we're ready to do some interesting things. The first thing that Cadbury asks us is, hey, what kind of data do you want to migrate over? We detected a lot of different things, and I'll say the chart of accounts. Cadbury analyzes that. It gives us a little preview of it, and it even shows it right here. This is intentional. We want to prevent the consultant from having to context switch to different windows and tabs and show everything they need in one place. I think the chart of accounts look good. I'll go ahead and approve it. And then Cadbury asks us, hey, is there anything you want us to keep in mind as we continue this data migration? I'll say, hey, this company is pre-IPO. And we'll see why that's interesting in a little bit. Cadbury took in that criteria, and now it kicked off the export of the chart of accounts from QuickBooks. This is our RPA layer taking over. I'm not moving my mouse. It is exporting, it's finding the chart of accounts in QuickBooks, exporting it for us, and saving it to our servers. As a consultant, if I feel uncomfortable or the need to intervene at any time, I can by clicking this button. But Cadbury is going one step further. It's vacuuming up all the data in that instance, the customers, the vendors, the POs, the payroll, all of it. It's saving it and using it to train its proprietary knowledge base. And why that's interesting is because that sets us up to give relevant suggestions to the consultant as they continue this data migration and other workflows that are part of a deployment. Once Cadbury has exported those chart of accounts, it shows it to the consultant right here on the right, and it starts giving its first suggestions and ways to improve. It notices that this warranty expenses account right here is coded as COGS, and it says it should be coded as operating expenses, and it even tells us why. We can approve, reject, or write an alternative. I'll go ahead and approve that. When Cadbury took in and vacuumed up all that data, it noticed some interesting things. It saw factory workers in our payroll, it saw orders for metals in our POs, and it saw production machinery in our fixed assets. It took all these data points and stitched them together and realized this is a manufacturing company. And based upon what it knows about manufacturing companies, it expects a work in process inventory account. And it noticed that it's not here. We can approve or reject that suggestion. I'll go ahead and approve it. Lastly, when we said we're a pre-IPO company, Cadbury knows what that means. And it knows that part of getting ready to go public is being SOX compliant. And part of being SOX compliant is having an account to track stock-based compensation and other RSUs. It noticed that's missing, and it's suggesting we add it. I can go ahead and approve that suggestion. Everything here in green is flagged and fixed by Cadbury. And by the way, as the consultant, I have full editable rights to this spreadsheet. I can edit anything that I want to before it gets imported into NetSuite. We just took a multi-hour task and shrunk it down to minutes. That's what we want to do for everything involved in an implementation for these big tools.